The tuning forks are a little different to how acupuncture works in that you can put let's get a tuning fork. You can put a tuning fork on a point, so you can activate it. I'll just see if it works on the camera. Can you see it pulsing? So that's pulsing, and then you can put that on a point, like say large intestine 4, and the person will feel it. It's active. There's a sensation there. That's certainly fine as opposed to putting a needle into large intestine 4. And that is how you do some treatments, but there's often treatments that are a little bit more flowy, almost like how you'd go about doing a Tuī Ná massage, for example. So there's a series of steps where you'll put forks on the body with weights, and then there's forks that don't have weights. The ones that don't have weights, when you activate them, they don't hold their vibration for as long if you were to put this one on large intestine 4. So this one tends to hang more out in your biofield or aura instead, but we'll get into that later. So having the different types of forks means that you'll get more of an activation / treatment where there's a series of steps, as I said, with a bit more flow. So I'll give you one example of that later on, but it was very much about deciding what to put in this workshop, I guess, in the end. All right, so we'll start with a case study. So when this came about, it very much came from a thought that popped into my head. So I got an image of Aladdin Sane, which is a David Bowie image, which you may or may not know. It's on the next slide. And his song Cracked Actor, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. I told Mum, and she asked me to explain. I said that the sense I was getting was that someone in the patient's life was acting that they were okay, but in fact were actually cracked and broken. They were essentially a cracked actor. So that'll make more sense when we go through the case. So there he is, Bowie, the king. So we're going to talk about the ancestral river and how it relates to this idea of a cracked actor. So if you did the 1 hour community unity with me the other day, or you will now in the future that you've heard this, there is this concept of an ancestral river with biofield tuning, and it runs down either side of your body. If you're laying on a massage table, it's roughly on the edge of the massage table out from you, that sort of width. But it's like a river, so it flows down the body, but it can flow in towards your body and even out, and it just flows down the body from the top of your head, which is basically from the point of your conception, to your tippy toes, which is just predating your death. So it's essentially your life's river. On the right hand side are more your father's lineage, and the left hand side is more your mother's lineage. It's not an exact science, but that's kind of typically how you sort of look at it. So up high is any great-grandparents, grandparents that are alive at your conception and birth. And as we cruise down, we get to sort of around your solar plexus, and that's your mum and your dad. Go a little bit lower, you get your siblings, your brothers and sisters. Depends on how far down that goes, depends on the age difference between your brothers and sisters. So if you're 15 years younger than one of your brothers or sisters, then they're going to be at a very different level to where you are. As you keep cruising down, you get to sort of around about the knees, a little bit above sort of your kids, possibly still your siblings. And then as you get down towards your toes, grandkids, great-grandkids, that sort of thing. So it's kind of looking at your life within your ancestors. So you're going to say to me, well, what about people that are in your ancestral lineage that predate you? Well, they're up past your head. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on today as well. So the cool thing about this ancestral river is that you can tune yourself and your the way that you act in your relationship to your ancestors. So it doesn't change someone else's opinion about you, it helps you to tune your relationship to those people. It can also go hunting for origin stories. So if there is this kind of ancestral history of disorders, diseases, emotions, then it can go back and find the start of that, the origin story of all of the stuff that's been happening throughout the family history. So it tunes your relationship to your ancestors. So you might, excuse me, you might have a particularly difficult relationship with your father or your mother. So you would put the fork, you're not going to be able to see this very well, and I'm sorry. In some ways, this workshop also works very well live, of course. So you would grab probably a 174 hertz fork. That's your workhorse fork. So it's the one that adds the power and the grunt to the treatment. So you put it out off the side of your solar plexus, and that would be tuning your relationship to your father. And on the left-hand side would be you tuning your relationship to your mother. You can also use a higher frequency fork like a love fork, which is a 528. So a 528 fork is a higher pitch. It's got a sound that not many people don't like. It's almost like, oh, I feel like I'm home. Like it's just such a lovely, beautiful sound. It's my favorite fork, the 528. It's a 528 hertz. Just has a sound for me that just makes me feel like I'm at home. Considering the 528 is for your solar plexus chakra or your heart chakra, that makes sense for me because I feel like my home, my emperor is my heart. And in Chinese medicine, obviously your heart is your emperor, but it really resonates with me. And my last name is Hartmann. So again, it kind of resonates well, that idea of heart. And that's a 528 fork.